Both the Biden administration and President-elect Donald Trump weighed in today on the future of TikTok and this country, with the company threatening to go dark ahead of a ban set for tomorrow. CBS's Ali Bauman is tracking all of the twists and turns.
Jerika, TikTok claims it will be forced to go dark at midnight. The Biden administration today calling that a stunt before 170 million users, about half the U.S. population. The clock is ticking.
In case we only have a few more days together on this app, thank you.
Serial scrollers are saying goodbye to TikTok, even posting tongue-in-cheek messages to their, quote, Chinese spy. Friday, the Supreme Court sided with government concerns about national security and unanimously upheld a federal law that would shut the app down unless its Chinese owner sells the platform by this weekend. For many users, going dark would impact their bottom line. Oxford Economics estimates the total value of TikTok to its American users at $117 billion a year.
Without TikTok, we honestly would not be doing what we are today.
Food critics Audrey Jongins and Meg Radis of the VIP list say they make six figures through their TikToks.
TikTok just has such a broader audience than any other social media platform.
It's the algorithm. Like TikTok is just, it's so niche. It's where you can be fearlessly authentic.
Many users are already moving to other platforms like RedNote, also Chinese owned. University of Colorado professor and TikToker Casey Fiesler.
You can try to reconstitute a community on a different platform, but it's always not going to be exactly the same.
And sources close to President-elect Trump told CBS News today that he's considering a 90-day extension for TikTok's parent company to find a non-Chinese buyer, but they say discussions behind the scenes continue. Jerika?
Ali Bauman for us in New York. Thank you.
Well, we know now, as of last night, we know now, as of last night, that the ban went through. As of about, I want to say 10 p.m. Eastern time, it's over. So as of 10 p.m. last night, TikTok was down. It was officially down, and they started sending out, everybody started getting the message, the pop-up message that, you know, the app was no longer in service and that it's over, you know. And the thing is, they told y'all that it was coming. They told you it was coming. So people are wondering why, like, what happened? Why did TikTok get banned in the first place? Oh my God, they're trying to censor the people. They're trying to censor the people. That's not what it's about. They don't care about your little fucking TikToks over there and what you're saying because you think that you've tapped into some great universal opening where, you know, people have come together and you're changing the world over there at TikTok. That's not what's happening. Okay, they do not fear TikTok. I shouldn't say they don't fear the algorithm. What they fear is that the Chinese have access to Americans' data, and that's all this is about. They consider it one big data breach, right? So they told them, listen, you either sell this shit or we're gonna shut it down. They told them. Now, at first, what's funny is they thought it was a joke, right? They took it as a joke. I remember they were a little tongue-in-cheek about it when they announced that, hey, we're shutting you down. Either you sell it or we're gonna shut it down. And I remember the response at first was like, oh, yeah, y'all not going to shut it down. It's not going. TikTok is not going nowhere. TikTok is forever, right? Well, shit started to get serious, right? And you know it's serious when it starts to touch the Supreme Court. And now they're having big, huge debates over whether or not the app should continue to stay open or not. From that point on, y'all should have already knew. So the biggest thing is that they're saying that a lot of creators, of course, are out of a job now because a lot of TikTokers, you just saw the two young ladies there that said they were making six figures through TikTok doing food reviews, right? And so I think about all the people that came up through TikTok, like Keith Lee and a lot of the other people that really became like TikTok sort of famous, right? Tons of millions of followers. That's tons of money that's going out the window. And for me, you know, I have a TikTok platform over there as well for another channel. and I received some money from them, but overall TikTok is just it's for people who have low attention spans. Honestly, that's what it's for. It's for people who like to scroll. You get your 10-15 seconds in, and then you're on to the next video. You get your minute in, your 60 seconds, and then you're on to the next video. And so that's what TikTok was built on. Now, I will say that I agree with these two young ladies. There is no algorithm that I've seen to date like the TikTok algorithm. However they constructed their algorithm over there at TikTok, let me tell you, it is bar none the best algorithm that I've seen on any social media platform. That definitely includes YouTube. Whatever algorithm system they got over there on TikTok, it's phenomenal. But listen, top of the class, bar none, number one. Nobody else even comes close. I've seen what that algorithm can do over there for me, right? So I do agree with those young ladies that the algorithm over there is crazy. It's crazy good. And if you're good at creating content, you can get hot really fast over there at TikTok, right? But let me read a little bit of this article. It says the 170 million TikTok users in the U.S. were in for a rude awakening late Saturday night when the enormously popular video sharing app became inaccessible because of a law passed by a bipartisan majority in Congress last year. TikTok voluntarily shut down service to its users ahead of Sunday's ban. Users in the U.S. who opened the app were greeted with a message with the headline, "Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now." A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. The message reads, "Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned." TikTok was also no longer available in the Apple or Google Play stores. CBS News has reached out to TikTok for comment. It says that lawmakers and U.S. officials have sounded the alarm for years about the supposed risks that TikTok ties to China pose to national security. And Congress moved last year to force TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to sell its stake in the app or be cut off from the U.S. market. Now, I remember President Biden was actually the one who enforced that TikTok ban. And when, he said that when the Supreme Court voted on it, and if they voted against it, that he would support it and uphold the ban. And he has. And it's funny that now, all of a sudden, now that he's on his way out the door, now he's saying, I don't have nothing to do with that. Y'all figure it out. Let Trump figure it out. And I thought that was hilarious that he's all of a sudden taking this stance when, sir, a large part of the reason that the ban is being instated is because of you. You agreed to the ban. You upheld the ban. I just thought that was funny. But for those wondering why TikTok is going away, that's in a nutshell, that's why, all right? They're nervous about, the Chinese getting a hold of that data, and I don't know what they're going to do with it. Maybe they're going to brainwash you through TikTok or something. Maybe they're going to send out a mass wave signal to everybody's brain that's on TikTok, and all of a sudden you'll turn into drones and you'll take up arms and fight against your American brothers or some shit. I'm not sure. Listen, don't get me started on my theories. I have heard people out there talking about how Trump is just letting TikTok go away because he plans to come in and basically be the savior of this whole thing so that he could take the credit for it. And, people, it doesn't matter what you do. You can't escape people's crazy ideas or what they believe, conspiracy theories or theorists and shit like that, whatever the case may be. But it's not like TikTok is some next level type deal, right? Not for me, at least. Now, for content creators, I can understand, that's money off the table. Now they got to find a job. Now they got to go out and figure out how they're going to get income next month. Now they got to figure out, how they're going to continue to pay their bills, But that's also why it's important to have a fucking backup plan. That's also why it's important to save and stack your money when you're getting it. I hope them young ladies that were getting those 6 figures were stacking that money and investing it properly, because you just never know. Even me with YouTube, I don't count on YouTube checks for anything. Anything that I make from YouTube is just extra shit. It's extra money that I use to invest, and I throw that money somewhere. Either I'm investing it or I'm putting it in the bank somewhere to be invested later. That's it. I'm not dependent on even if I get to the point to where I'm making, thousands upon thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars a year, or, a month even. It'll never be me taking that for granted to believe that that'll be a forever thing, because your channel can get snatched just like that. We've seen it with Fresh and Fit. We've seen it with other big YouTube content creators. Their platforms were snatched right up from under them, and there was nothing you could do, right? So that's why it's important also to have a backup plan. But yeah, in short, listen, it's over for now. TikTok is done, and we'll see what happens going forward. I'm pretty certain that it won't be gone for long. It will be back, and I think it'll be back very, very soon. I don't even think that this will last 15 days. I'd be surprised if it lasted certainly throughout the month until February. But hey, we'll see what happens going forward. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.